Alright, so what's up guys? We are hopping into a game that I actually tried playing when I was in Arizona, but I never got to be able to enjoy it with you guys because, well, my laptop couldn't record and play this game at the same time. So here we are, finally playing Stray. I was supposed to try to play this game so long ago, but my laptop could not handle this game and record it at the same time. Now, how am I doing this right now? Oh man, am I about to drop some jaws on this? Now, I'll get into that later on, but as of right now, so cute! Keep playing with the tail. So cute! Aww. So, I'm guessing this is supposed to be his crew. Now, for sake of immersiveness, that was the word I was trying to think of, we're going to act like I've never played this game before. Try to anyways. So, that's what we're going to try to do. Cat fight! The graphics in this is actually pretty good. Actually, hang on. Let me go into this. Graphics. As you can see, we're running at 1920 by 1080. It will not let me change it to a higher thing, but this is still pretty good. This is still pretty good for graphics, alright? So, hang on. Let me go back into here. What was it saying? 60 FPS? Graphic memory usage. Wow. It's barely using the graphics on this. For those of you who don't know, I just finished building this project not too long ago. I figured I'd give you something a little different this Wednesday instead of the standard Fallout, or not Fallout, the standard Starfield videos for Wednesday. But I did it, guys. I did it. I got all the parts in and everything. I'm pretty sure if you guys are stopping by checking out this video, you've already stopped by and checked out the video before this one earlier this Monday. And I gave you guys basically the rundown when it's basically just sitting on the same screen for like a good 30 minutes. But short and sweet, I couldn't use Windows 11 on this tower, which I was real iffy on wanting to use Windows 11. Not a big fan of it. Only used it once. Don't like it. Okay? That being said, I basically got slapped in the face by Windows 11. But I managed to give it a slap back because apparently you could still use the product key for Windows 11 and use it towards Windows 10. Currently, as of right now, I'm not sure how long it's going to be lasting, but I don't think it's going to be for too much longer. You can still download the Windows Media Creation Tool off of Microsoft and still download Windows 10 for free, but you got to make sure that you got a clear thumb drive. I recommend at least a 32 gigabyte 3.0 thumb drive. The reason being is you need to have at least a bare minimum of 8 gigabytes. Alright? But I recommend that you do have at least a 32 gigabyte because you might need to turn around and use that as a backup drive to back up your files and basically have a fallback thing to be able to put into this, into whatever system that you're using. But I got the final laugh. The computer that I was building that was supposed to be running Windows 10, I got Windows 10 on it, and that's how we're playing this game right now. So, that being said, we're finally here, finally having some fun with Stray. And again, the graphics, they do look good. Alright. So I'm guessing this is basically just tutorial mode right now. I'm not going to be able to play this for too long because I've got to make sure that my editing software can also handle the making the video, or my computer can handle running the editing software. Okay, so right now I'm basically just doing a stress test on it. I have at least 2 monitors for my setup hooked up to this tower. Okay, I will show you guys what it looks like later on, but essentially what I am seeing right now is pretty freaking good. The recording is on sync. I'm not having any lag. Alright, I'm not skipping frames on the recording. Not too bad anyways. A little bit of a hiccup. But it is managing to run both programs, this game and OBS at the same time. So this is super freaking good. Okay? It's looking a little glitchy here and there, but it's not looking too bad, too terribly awful. In fact, this Compass has a full-on video, and I've got it recording at, I'm going to say almost 4K. I've got it set for the 1920 1080. Okay? So far this is looking really good. Looks like the cats are exploring quite a bit too. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Doesn't seem like I can jump yet. I can meow. But that gets the attention of all the others. That's cool. Alright. Here we go, that's how I jump. Okay, that's how I meow. Alright, same time we were on sync. Oh, looks like we gotta use a scratching post right quick. Alright. Drink a little bit of water. That's adorable. Okay, so that's how I zoom in and focus. That's how I run. Aw, that's a girl. Alright. Together for life. Okay. That's a pretty cool mechanic. Pull the chain all the jumps together. Alright. This seems pretty peaceful. Oh, had a little bit of hiccup there. I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but, in fact, I'm not sure if you guys can hear it over the microphone or not at all. My tower is quiet. My tower is actually pretty quiet, even running a what's the word I'm looking for? A high required? No? What are the words that I'm looking for? A graphics intensive game. Oh, can you make the jump? Okay. Oh, no. Don't just stand there. Oh. You motherfuckers. Dang it. Okay. So we literally just basically fell to our death here. They're meowing. They're trying to call. Oh man, we got a limp. We got a limp. They can't hear me. And we pass out. Barely even stand. Got that busted up. Alright, well I think this is going to basically wrap it up for this week. Okay? Or, yeah, this is going to wrap it up. Alright? What is that? Oh! Oh, what is that? But I think this is going to wrap it up for today. I think this is where we're going to leave off. Okay? Yep, lick the foot. Make it feel better. Alright. Is our foot feeling a little bit better? Looks like it. Can't run. Okay, you're feeling better. That's good. But we're going to go ahead and leave it off here. Give you guys a little bit of an intro, a little bit of a teaser of what's going to be happening. But before I just let you guys off, alright? Before I just leave out on anything, okay? Quitting to main menu, and I'm going to go ahead and quit here. I'm actually using an Xbox controller on this, alright? On this tower, and it's with Steam. Okay, believe it or not. Believe it or not. So, I've got a few games here on Steam, on my tower, that I am ready and willing to play. What's this? Power? I don't need power. Alright, I guess, okay. Alright, that makes... Wow, it's treating it almost like a Steam Deck. I've never seen one of those things in person. I haven't really seen any video footage on it. But this is cool. This is really cool. Alright? But what I've got to show you guys is, now you've seen my desktop from before, okay? You've seen my desktop from my laptop's perspective. So let's go ahead and confirm. Okay, shutting Steam down. Okay, and it pretty much looks almost the same from what you guys can tell, right? That's literally what it's looking like. Okay, pretty much almost exactly the same. But you're noticing that there's quite a few different icons available now, but also it's much more streamlined than what it was before. And I'm going to tell you why that is. Again, I'm playing on the tower, the project, the Precursor, the gaming tower that got me into PC gaming at the age of 6 and 7 years old, and I had this thing for the last 20 plus freaking years. This thing is as old as I am, and I rebuilt it ground up. Alright? Still the same chassis, still the original floppy disk drive in this son of a gun. I'm trying not to cuss, folks. I'm trying not to cuss. Okay? Screw it. I still got the same floppy disk drive in this motherfucker. Okay? Still the original disk drive sitting above the new disk drive that I got from Asus off of Amazon. Alright? And what I'm about to do for you guys is I'm going to go into here. This is called CPU ID. And we essentially use this to identify the numbers on a computer. Get a good idea of what's actually out there. Alright? Now, or what's actually in the system. But as you can see, I'm running a Ryzen 7 3700X. And it only takes about 65 watts, so that's not bad. Core voltage, it's not a whole lot. Alright? And it's an 8-core processor. But with the motherboard I selected for this thing, it might not be acting like an 8-core. Okay, let's get that out the way. There's a good chance it might actually be running like a 12 to 16 core processor. Either way, the compatibility matchup per Newegg, and I think there was one other site, I can't remember it, but it's saying it is not supposed to be able to work. Okay? This thing's only supposed to be about doing 3600 megahertz. Guys, I've seen this thing go up to 5,000 plus megahertz. It's an unlocked processor. It's not supposed to working yet. Here it is working. Okay? I'm not going to go into caches, in fact. Give me a moment here. Okay, I don't see anything here that's super impressive, unless you guys do. The main board, an MSI motherboard. It's the X570 Gaming Wi-Fi Edge. And again, this ain't exactly supposed to be working with the processor that I selected. But here it is. It's running right now. Okay? Its memory? Well, here we go. 96 DDR4 dual channel. And it seems to be running at a fairly decent amount of megahertz. Alright. Now, I don't know what SPD is, so give me a moment here. Okay, so that's just basically your DDR4 and all that. Basically the RAM that I am running in here. All Corsair. Alright. So then we go to graphics, and that's a pretty hefty graphics card. In fact, I think you can almost equate to like that of a 4080 RTX Super. And I say almost, but it's got a pretty hefty amount of RAM in it too. I could go over here to try to bench this thing if I can, but I'm not going to. Why? Because we literally just saw that this thing was able to play and record without jumping frames super terribly, horribly bad. And it runs. Alright. In fact, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of a. Actually, I know how to handle that. I know how to handle that. Give me a moment, folks. I'll be right back. And I know exactly how to address this situation so you guys can see what the hell I'm cranking. All right. Give me a moment here. We've already been recording for about 23 minutes. I'll make this short, simple, and sweet. All right. So, just so you guys know, this is the Precursor. This is the thing that got me through gaming so many years. It did not give up the ghost until I was at least 21, 22. Alright, as you can see, I've updated the lights. I've got internal lights. I'm going to add more internal lights later on. But I've got at least 5 cooling fans in this mug. Okay? 5 cooling fans. One is actually right behind this plate here. All right, and that's a 120 millimeter. I did not realize this tower could run a 120 millimeter fan in it in the front plate. Now you're probably wondering, that doesn't make any sense. Why do you have the fan covered up? I don't. Down here was an old USB I/O port. I ripped that out. And then just underneath this, it actually has a spot wide enough for my hand to fit into behind it in order to pry this entire front plate off. Okay? So, that being said, I've got some firepower in here. I have that set up as intake. Alright? I also have the one up top set up as intake. If you look back here, I'm not sure if you guys can see it. You guys cannot see it. I ain't got a flashlight. So, try to slide it forward a little for it. Not sure if you guys can see it. But right back here, I've got... Let's try to bring it out a little more. Okay, can you guys see it now? Not sure if you guys can see it now. Yeah, you can barely see it, but I've got the MSI Dragon fan cover right here, sitting over top the MSI power supply brick, and I have it facing upwards in order to give it the ability to, well, essentially exhaust any and all heat that comes from the power supply. Pain in the ass to do because I had to modify the case in order to make this happen. I had to cut a hole out right where the fan cover is and the MSI power supply is, then drill 4 bolt holes around in order to try to, well, get that set up. And then if we look down in here, you can see all the good little goodies in here. You see the XFX graphics card right about there. That's the MSI or the AMD Wraith Prism. 4 sticks of RAM. Alright, running me 96. I've got a set of 2 16 gigs, which brings me up to 32. So that's good. And then a set of 232 gigabytes, which brings me up to 64, bringing me up to a total of 96 gigabytes of RAM. Storage, I ain't worried about that because you look down there, got the hard disk right underneath the graphics card, I'm gonna have another one put up under just up above it, and that's going to basically pull in a total of 21 terabytes. This drive here is not a 5 terabyte. Instead, it's actually a 4 terabyte. Well, where's this extra terabyte coming from? I got a single M2 drive just below the graphics card. You can't see it all too well, but it is back there. Okay? It is underneath the graphics card where you can't even see it. But all in all, this is the Precursor. I finally, after 10 years of talking and thinking about rebuilding it, have finally have it rebuilt. And also another 4 years of actually acquiring and planning on parts that I was going to use in this thing. The graphics card I wanted to run in this thing, I can't exactly just get a hold of anymore, considering it's still going for about $1,400 freaking dollars on Amazon. So, that being said, I made do with the Quickster or the Quick 309 AMD Radeon RX 7600 XT. Again, that's essentially capable of doing the ray tracing and everything, just like the 4080 RTX Super. And we've seen that this thing can handle. It can handle a good little bit of work. Now, I'm not going to hold my breath on that entirely just yet until I get it to edit a video tonight, which is going to be this video you guys are seeing right now. Alright, that being said, we are finally at the closing point of the video. We've got quite a bit done up. I essentially stayed up Friday night after I got home at like 12:30 in the morning, technically, or 1 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, because I work night shift. I stayed up scrubbing the plates clean on the case for basically until, like, I was using a sandpaper, scrape off all the old paint so I could put on the matte black that you guys see on all over this beauty. I actually wanted to make it match the color scheme of my handgun, but also with the matte black, kind of pay a little bit of homage to the 1967 Impala Midnight Edition. And, well, if you know the name Winchester, you know where I got the idea from. And why I'm making the reference of the 67 Chevy Impala. It's actually a pretty sweet ride. Just like this tower, it's a pretty sweet fucking tower. Alright? It's been through hell and back with me. So I don't plan on giving it up anytime soon. I did not plan on giving up on rebuilding it anytime soon. But here we are. We are now finally at a point where this tower is running. I've got the microphone I was using with the laptop running with this tower. I've got a Razer keyboard, limited edition Halo Infinite one, plugged up. I still got a few things I gotta finish hammering out, such as the cord for the capture card for the rest of my setup. I'll get that on order this week, along with a set of actual speakers instead of using the speakers from the monitors that I've got set up, which are the Acer XB, I want to say the X253Bs. That's the actual serial model of them. But they're actually referred to, if you look at the plate on it, as the Predator XB3 gaming monitor. I've got a pretty sweet setup, alright? Now, I know a lot of you are sitting going, why you spend all this money on a gaming setup and you're not even a big YouTuber? Okay, look. It's been a little bit of a dream of mine to be able to have a gaming setup like this for quite some time. So even if I'm not making it big on YouTube, alright, I still have something to have fun with every now and then. That was the goal of that. But this main goal was to get this tower rebuilt and running once again, because I got this thing, like I said, about 6, 7 years old from my first stepdad, and I figured I might as well try to continue on the legacy with it, and that's what I've done by rebuilding it as well as I could have. All right. I mean, I went all out that I possibly could. I went and got everything separate, and uh, I'd say I'd had a bit too much patience on collecting, and only got about I only got about, let's see. Yeah, I never even had the software. I got the motherboard, the processor, the RAM, and because I waited so freaking long, graphics card was no longer available. Windows 10, I couldn't grab it. So I had to make do with what I had, and I put it all together to form the tower, this beast of a PC that you see now. Alright? So we saw that it could handle this, but or it was able to handle this game with this recording session. We know that it can do a stress test. It can actually bench what it needs to. That being said, this is the finale of the video. You guys finally have an update. You guys know that I finally got a rig that's worth mentioning and being able to use and utilize to this channel that can actually do some stuff. Now, if you guys are seeing this video, alright, if you guys are seeing this video, it means that I've most likely was able to use the DaVinci Resolve that you're seeing right up, right up here. It was actually able to process and render the video and actually make this video happen for you guys. If it can't, well, I'm not trying to port this over to the laptop and edit it there. So, you guys are seeing this, means the tower's worked. If not, well, sorry guys, this is just going to be a deleted file. But in hopes that this does work out the way that it needs to, I hope you guys enjoyed the content that I create. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got to go try to make dinner so I can just chill out for the rest of the day before I have to go to sleep, wake back up, wash, rinse, repeat with work, you know. We all got to do that stuff, all right? Make do with what you have, do what you can with what you got, all right? That's the same message that I've been using on my channel, all right? I was homeless. I made it out of that situation, and I've built back up. I can do that. Just about any of you guys can do that, all right? And you guys could probably even do it better than I did. I mean, come on, let's be real here. But if you like the content that I create, you like my channel, go ahead, hit that like button on the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Subscribing to a YouTube channel is absolutely free. Doesn't charge you any money whatsoever. All right. I don't exactly get paid just yet. Until I hit about 1,000 subscribers, and then it's like a penny per subscriber. So I'm only making like $10 a month, if that. So that being said, let's go ahead and try to get the numbers up. Now, the last time I checked my channel, I only got about 21 subscribers. I'm not trying to dive into that just yet, but let's go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Let's go ahead and get our numbers up there and cranking back up. Make sure to leave a comment, hit that notification bell, so that way you guys know when I'm doing something, I plan on doing something, I post something, or a new video just drops. Alright? If you know somebody that might like the content that I create, or know somebody that will like the kind of content I create, please go ahead and share it with them through whatever social media that you use. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, okay? I'm not exactly social media savvy. Sorry, that's the truth. But please go ahead, share. Let's try to get the number of subscribers up, all right? With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys keep coming back for more, and I hope to keep making more content for the years to come. And as per always, I am Silent Sound, and I will catch you all in the next round.